Fursuit making tip. I use car mats for the bottom. It's way more durable than the soft foam mats commonly used. It also takes to glue very well. And here have one legging.
One of the things that I don't ever see myself learning to machine sew is hand paw fingers. Hand sewing doesn't require the big seam allowance that machine sewing typically does, and it allows me to sew in tight places. The process also doesn't take as long for me anymore. It used to take me hours, but now it's about 20 minutes per paw. A frequent question that I get on my videos is, how do I get things done so quickly? So I'm a full-time maker. I work full days on fursuits, which obviously speeds things up, and I have a lot of experience. I've been making fursuits since 2018. I've made 37 heads in total, which means I've had a lot of time to streamline my processes and refine them. Some processes, like hand sewing, become almost automatic after you've done them long enough. Practice makes perfect does seem like a tired phrase at this point, but it does ring true. For this fursuit that I'm currently working on, the character has hair that is flowing down, like this, but as you can see, I have patterned it to flow upwards. There is a reason for this. If I take my slicker brush and I just brush the hair downwards like this, obviously I'll do it a bit neater when I'm not using a camera, the backwards brushing makes the hair look bigger. The fur that I have used when laying in the correct pile direction looks quite flat, and I wanted this hair to stand out and look a lot longer, and this does just that. Let's talk thread sculpting. People on Twitter really liked my thread sculpted teeth, and I mean really liked, so I thought I'd show you how I made them. I make a pattern like this and draw it out onto my scuba fabric. You could use other fabric with stretch, such as fleece. I include the individual teeth bumps on the pattern, but when I draw them out onto the fabric, I straighten them out like this. Next, I fold the fabric over and pin it, ready for sewing. I machine sew the teeth along the lines. Machine sewing teeth is absolutely one of my favourite parts. Now I carefully cut the teeth out of the fabric, and then I turned it inside out. Next up, I have to stuff them. And I mean stuff them full, real full. Make sure that shit is absolutely compact. I roll the stuffing into little balls with my hands to make sure they're all compacted, and I use a pencil to help me squish everything down. Closing off the top as I go was really helpful too. You want as much stuffing in there as possible, otherwise your sculpting is going to cause wrinkles. Now I'm roughly closing off the top with a blanket stitch. Using a pen, I mark where I want my teeth to go, just along where the blanket stitching is. Now it's the exciting part, the sculpting. I push the needle into one of the markers and pull it all the way through. I then bring the thread over the teeth like a giant whip stitch and push the needle through again on the other side. I then pull it tight until I've got the desired effect and then repeat on the same marker. Make sure you don't pull too tight though, you don't want to snap that thread. I recommend doubling up your thread for some extra strength. Once I've done that, I repeat with the other teeth. With this method, rather than cutting off and tying the thread every time, I just use one continuous piece for the entire thing. That exposed thread at the bottom would be covered up along with the blanket stitch, so it doesn't really matter if it's there. I hope you enjoyed this mini tutorial of sorts. I hope it helps. This is a really useful way of doing teeth. I highly recommend that you give it a go.
Alright, I'm gonna help you out because I had the same issue when I tried making his ears. What you'll want to do is when doing the foam, you want to do the ears so they're stood up. Once you have your stood up foam ears, you want to go a certain way down and trim the top of the foam ear off. I went about that far down, but it depends what look you want. I also did it slanted, and this will allow this part to hang over, and then what you want to do is put coins or something heavy and weighted in the tip of the ears so that they're actually bouncy. But yeah, hope this helps.
Situations bring you back to me. Oh, love is never break up. I guess you want that. Oh, my head. You say that I'm dying to forget. I bit the bullet for you, for you. I wrote a song to many pennies, so I hope you hear me know that I've been thinking about you. Oh,
you're so creepy.
Oh my God, what the fuck? I look good, I look good, I look delicious. I look like a fucking busted up radiator.
I was on fire for you. Where did you go? I could die for you. How could you not know? I was alive with you. You brought him home. Was I being mad to wish I never met you? Starting to regret you.
Walk in the room, and I'm glowing like a million fireflies. A diamond, don't glitter half as much as my body tonight. I catch you.
How I make fursuit braids with fox fur. I start with 3 strips of different shades of my main color. Using the exact same color will make it look like a blob. I then violently brush the backing. This will cause the fur to pop out of both sides, making easy double-sided fur. I then stitch the tops together. I used a blanket stitch, since it'll be hidden with a ladder stitch when attached. Now you have 3 hair-like strands. Make sure to ray brush both sides and braid the way you would on regular hair. It will look messy at first. Brush it and gently shave each bubble. Wrap the ends together with strong thread and cover it with your material of choice. Attach with a ladder stitch and done.